Welcome everybody. We're back to Spin Rack. I'm here with my boy Cal, who is the authority. When I say authority, the authority on Superman. Probably there's one or two other people out there who can coming close to matching his abilities. But this is what we're bringing. We're going to be talking about Superman versus Shazam. When this goes down, who wins this battle? This just came up recently in Superman Batman #2. It's a recent issue. And in this issue, it seems as though Shazam beat Superman. But is that really the case? I'm passing it on to my boy Cal. Hit it me.
Well, let's just deal with Batman, Superman #2. Superman is not fighting, I hate calling him Shazam. Superman is not fighting Shazam, Captain Marvel. He's fighting the Shazam who laughs, who is a analog. He's from a different universe. He's from the dark universe in DC. And so he's fighting an evil version of Captain Marvel. The fight is pretty much even until he transforms into Billy Batson, and then afterwards Superman has a problem. Of course, he doesn't want to kill Billy Batson. Of course, Billy Batson takes advantage of this. Batman almost falling to his death also complicates things. So the best I can do is give it a draw. Superman doesn't want to kill Billy, and he doesn't want to see Batman die. Whereas the villain is like, hey, I'm fine if all of you guys die, starting with you. It was an okay issue. It's okay.
Yeah, but let's get down to the central thing. Can Shazam beat Superman? We've discussed this previously in the past, and people will come back magic versus superpowers.
No,
who can do it?
It doesn't work like that. Shazam is not magic. Okay, Captain Marvel's abilities do not come from magic. They come from the gods. Okay, we're talking the speed of Mercury, the strength of Hercules. These are not magical figures. He gets the powers. Through the magical lightning, meaning that's the transfer. It's like electricity. Electricity allows you to do what? Watch television. But the television isn't magic. Okay, it just allows for the transfer of abilities. That's it. Okay,
but it's historically always talked about Shazam's power in the sense of magic. So you're saying that's not correct?
No, it's just if that was the case, touching him would be like, oh Lord, magic, might hurt my hand or something of that nature. Okay, that's why he can stand toe to toe. Now, Shazam Shazam has one or two magical abilities through the power of Zeus, where the power of Zeus is what allows him to make the transformation from child to adult. Okay, that physical transformation. And then, of course, the lightning can be construed as magical because he's not really controlling the storms along that line. Okay. So those are two things that you could equate with magic, but that's it. There's nothing else. He doesn't cast spells. He doesn't do any of those other things. He's not a magic user, per se. So that's one. Two, Captain Marvel is probably one of the few characters who, on just about every level, is equal to Superman without this thing of, well, the magic. No. Superman's speed, Captain Marvel's speed, pretty much comparable. They're both invulnerable. They're both infinitely strong, smart, intelligent. They're power for power. Okay, Captain Marvel doesn't have the vision powers, but Superman doesn't have the ability to. Superman doesn't have the couple of magical abilities that Captain Marvel has. So they pretty much cancel each other out. It can go either way.
So you're saying they're equal in power, like Batman and Superman?
What? No, Batman has nothing on this whatsoever.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll deal with the Batman thing later. So
no, Batman isn't a factor in this whatsoever. He would die.
We'll deal with that later. So the question.
But you're literally, this is a flip of a coin. You have two guys who are equal just in about every way. Okay, but the magic argument is
I'm flipping heads or tails.
Let's take heads.
Okay, Superman wins. That's basically what we're saying.
So if you
he said a flip of a coin. I threw the coin. He didn't say probabilities or anything like that. Just threw the coin. And
in any given day, these are two guys who can't effectively hurt each other. Okay, they could literally just beat they just punch each other and
destroy the world around them.
Yeah, but they would not be able to effectively hurt each other. The only time there was only one battle. There were two battles between the two of them where there was one guy was victorious. One is Kingdom Come, and this is an alternative Earth where Captain Marvel is just hitting him with the magic lightning over and over again, but Superman is withstanding it. And then eventually he's able to get close enough to get his hand over Captain Marvel's mouth so you can't see Shazam anymore. And he's caught in his mortal form. And then another one was an All-Star, All-Star Squadron. And Captain Marvel literally just knocks out Superman. Okay, he knocks out Superman. But then again, this is not Superman of Earth 1. This is the Superman of Earth 2. And then you have to say, well, is the power the same? You know, is this guy still as strong? So
But wait a
all
second.
those things are going
All
on.
right, all things remaining even. That actually means Superman's going to lose. And the reason I'm saying that is that if all things remaining even, all Shazam needs to do is then get kryptonite. And once he attains kryptonite, he is going to pulverize him.
How? How's he going to do that?
I'm just saying, if they're equal, if they're all things
He's going to go
remaining
let him get the kryptonite?
there's kryptonite all around. They find it all the time. He doesn't have
Kryptonite is an incredibly rare substance.
right, but I'm saying he doesn't have every single piece of it. He can find it eventually. Lex has found it quite a few times.
He gets a piece of kryptonite, okay? He gets close to Superman. Superman hits him with heat vision. He drops the kryptonite, Superman blows it away, fights back on. Now, kryptonite is not, if it was the first time Superman had ever been, somebody, oh, here, look, kryptonite. Okay, you might have him. This is not like a guy who's, oh, kryptonite. Okay, damn, I hate this. But I'm certain he could think of something to do in that time, like, I don't know, fly away. You know, fly away, freeze the guy. His abilities don't leave at that portion.
Right, but I'm just saying, if all their abilities are basically the same, the edge that we get from the kryptonite makes it a big difference for our boy Shazam.
Well,
So
Superman,
when
if he
we
wants
flip
to,
this coin,
it's been shown that Shazam could actually be referred.
Shazam wins.
It could actually been shown that if you want, it's possible to cause the transformation from Captain Marvel back to Billy Batson if he's struck with lightning. Okay? Which Superman could easily do with his heat vision. He could simply cause, a whole bunch of electrical storm, throw him up in there. Next thing you know, hey, he's Billy again. Hand over your mouth. That'll be it. So there was another good battle on what was this, Justice League Unlimited, where the two of them were fighting.
Right.
And again, he's getting hit with the lightning. He uses the super speed. It hits Billy, and then he covers his mouth. That's pretty much the end of it. It's too close, and it's just not it's not something that I can argue well, because he doesn't really have an edge magically at the end of the day. The biggest edge that he has is using the lightning, and Superman has shown himself I can take it.
And the wisdom of Solomon. He's smart as hell.
Wisdom of Solomon versus Superman's 8th level intellect, being a natural Kryptonian, and then of course enhanced by his own superpowers. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, so it is. So what do you think of the comic basically? Superman versus Superman, Batman.
While I did enjoy it, see, this is the reason why a lot of guys like Man of Steel, because there's Superman fans who think Superman, oh man, why is he always getting punked? And, why is he always acting so naive? Why are you doing this sort of thing? Because he comes over and, the evil Captain Marvel transforms back and it's Billy Batson. And Superman's like, oh no, it's a kid. What do I do? And I'm like, put your hand over his mouth. Put your hand over his mouth so you can't freeze. Just put a little ice over here or something like that. Freeze. Take your cape, wrap it around his mouth. There's all these other things you can do. And he's like, oh, I don't know what. And then of course the kid's like, ha ha, you idiot. Now watch me, Shazam. And then of course he's back into the fight. That's why a lot of these cats liked Man of Steel, because they were like, yeah, this is a Superman who doesn't take scat from anybody. Look at him. He's just punching everybody. He's doing this, doing that. And so he's like, yeah, you're not coming over and sneaking up on me or doing any of this stuff. So I read that and I was just like, okay, you could have done that a little bit. If that was the whole reason why he couldn't attack him, it just doesn't sell very well, because you definitely had some other options.
He's a child, so
He could have restrained Billy.
You're right. I agree with the restraint, but I think it takes a character like Superman who's pure goodness, and that he's saying the reason he couldn't harm him when he had the chance at his weakest, he couldn't take advantage of that because he was a child.
That would fly if he hadn't fought Captain Marvel before.
Okay.
If he hadn't fought him before, and it just doesn't wash. It's an enjoyable enough issue, because you want to see who these people are who are infected. It was, I have to admit, I was intrigued, and I did want to see what the Shazam Who Laughs would be like. But then you see the other thing is he actually hits Superman with the magic lightning in the book, and Superman just takes it. He's like, okay, I'm ready to fight. So, it's a tough one.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kyle. Spin rack.
I'll take